don't know how I feel.
My name is Barry Leonard. My hobby is motorcycle trips with my friends. We go distances of 100 miles to 1,000 miles to 5,000 miles and plan trips accordingly. We've gone trips from the East Coast through the West Coast and in between. In 2002 we got a group of 25 people together. We hired a truck to handle most all motorcycles, took 20 from Massachusetts and brought them to Sturgis, South Dakota. We saw two monuments in South Dakota. The most famous one is Mount Rushmore, where you've got the figures of the four presidents' heads carved into the stone. There's another monument that's being built and it's been ongoing for at least 60 years now, and it's called Crazy Horse. And it was this Polish sculptor who was convinced by the Indian nations to build a monument to Crazy Horse, the chief. It has a figure of the chief with his arm extended, pointing out to the hunting grounds, and it's a very revered monument for the Indian nation out there. We rented a home on the main street in Deadwood, South Dakota, which was a famous old cowboy town. Well, the ranch house in Whitewood, South Dakota was owned by a cowboy. This cowboy got kicked right in the face by a horse and it killed him. And he was 42 years old. He was doing something behind the horse and the horse didn't like it, and he left a widow and two children behind. It's part of our trips was that we get to meet interesting people along the way. 2 summers ago, on a return trip to Massachusetts, I convinced 6 of my friends to take a trip up the coast to Maine. Maine has a beautiful coastline. It has nice forests inland, and along the coast, when you head up north, you go to Bar Harbor and Acadia National Park. The lobster boats will pull into the dock, take the lobster off the boat, bring it into the restaurant next door, and we would eat the lobster rolls about an hour after it showed up from the boat. And it was very good. Acadia National Park was founded about 100 years ago, and it's on the coastline. It sits up on Cadillac Mountain as part of this, and we went up there and just saw spectacular sights. You can see over toward Nova Scotia and the Canadian border. Well, the main trip was special because my brother came with us. My brother is a busy guy. He has his own business, and he's not able to come out and play with us when we go. So he was excited to be able to take a few days off, and he knows my friends, and we had a wonderful time together. We got to do a little male bonding and laughed a lot, and I think he's ready for the next trip. I'm hoping this summer to go to Oregon. I have some friends that go about every August. They ride up the coast. Last year they put their motorcycles on a train, and they rode the train up to northern Oregon, and then they hopped on and they rode all the way home. And it's the same schedule. You don't have any place in particular you need to be. You just hop on and go. If you find a place you like to stop, you stop. If there's nothing there, you keep going. So hopefully this summer we'll do that.